Hey, what's up guys? As promised, there's gonna be more experimenting on this channel, so without any further ado, this is gonna be the first movie review for this week, as there are gonna be 3 movie reviews this week instead of gameplay videos. Let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy. Oh, and one more thing, if you're a little bit touchy about spoilers, don't worry, because I always make sure to not literally spoil things, not even in an indirect way or whatever. I try to keep things general while still making sense and talking about the movie. Enjoy. Doctor Strange. If there's one movie I did not expect to come close to topping my favorite Marvel movie of all time, Guardians of the Galaxy, it was Doctor Strange. But boy, was I blown away by Benedict's surprise of the year. With that said, let's start with Mr. Cumberbatch himself. You might know him from his role of Sherlock, and let's say he took a few quirks from that role with him into Doctor Strange. Because Doctor Strange, if you didn't know already, is a neurosurgeon with a flawless track record, and someone who performs the most difficult surgeries out there. Besides that, he's incredibly arrogant and sarcastic, but still carries a certain charisma with him. He's basically Dr. House without the walking issues. After an evening at work, he suffers a horrible accident and is left with a bad case of shaky hands. Not the best thing to have as a skilled neurosurgeon. As he runs out of options to go back to his old life, he decides to go to a place called Kamartaj, a sort of magical sanctuary slash cultist place where a paraplegic was supposedly healed back to health and was able to walk again. When he arrives at the place, he discovers there's a little bit more to the order, and he starts his journey into becoming the magical Doctor Strange. For me, Benedict was absolutely perfect for the role. His fall from grace after his accident felt really human, and his spiritual journey was really well done. As he slowly becomes a wizard, he literally transitions from helping people physically as a surgeon to helping people around the world spiritually as a wizard with his powers in different realms. But what felt most refreshing to me was the fact that this movie was one of the first Marvel movies to roll completely with magic. No sciencey bits behind the powers Doctor Strange gets, no super suits to boost physical powers, just straight up magic. Unless you take game theory science behind Doctor Strange into account, which is film theory, but it doesn't matter, but let's not do that right now, okay? The whole atmosphere of the movie breathed this mystical and esoteric feel, which was perfectly captured in the musical score, as you can hear. Certain guitars were used that gave a cultish 18th century vibe, like you were standing in a Gothic cathedral. It felt like you were joining the cult together with Doctor Strange, to be honest. Really well done. But what gave the movie the ultimate what the fuck feeling though were the stunning scenes where the world started bending all over the place. Kudos to the CGI team, because I literally dropped my jaw on what might be the first movie since a long time I felt 3D was useful for. It felt so in line with the theme of letting go of control as well, just like Strange in his arrogance, since it's impossible to see what's happening precisely to the world while it is bending all over the place for the first time. It was a little bit like Escher and Syriac had a little baby together and they decided to make a movie. It was amazing. Besides Cumberbatch's awesome performance and the great mystical feel of the movie, other people from the cast shined as well. Mads Mikkelsen was amazing as Caecilius, which brings me to the first issue I'll come back to later. He needed more screen time, god damn it! They managed to integrate him organically into the movie, and they used him properly to drive the plot forward without you as a viewer wondering, was he really necessary for this movie? Which, to be fair, is what I wonder a lot during Marvel movies regarding villains. Other top performances included Benedict Wong as Wong. His trolley antics as a librarian made me giggle a lot. Rachel McAdams played Christine Palmer, Doctor Strange's sorta love interest, I guess, whatever she was. Her comic moments with Doctor Strange were quite funny. Chiwetel Ejiofor, sorry for butchering your name there, Mr. Ejiofor, was great as Mordo, and Tilda Swinton did an amazing job as the Ancient One. Together they guided the movie along and kept you wondering about Doc Strange's moral compass, something that could have been explored even more, which we'll get back to as well in the issues. Any issues, you might wonder? Well, there's already 2 now, huh? The surprise is a little bit gone, I guess. The movie was not completely without flaws, no. For starters, the build-up of Doctor Strange's training to becoming a master wizard had some issues with pacing. At some points, it felt like he progressed really quickly all of a sudden. One moment, he's just making weird motions with his hand, like he's a kid thinking he can cast spells, and the other moment he just throws light shields like it's the new Harry Potter. Yeah. Secondly, it felt more could have been done with the plot regarding Strange's arrogance. As mentioned, his moral compass is a theme that pops up every now and then, especially when he's talking with Caecilius, and there are some moments where his arrogant pride is tested, but more often than not he just does the right thing. And as already mentioned, Caecilius deserved way more screen time. He would have been better as the main villain even, because once more I feel the main villain of the movie did not really feel like a special villain to me. I won't spoil a lot, but let's just say it looked more like a Saturday morning cartoon to me than an actual grandiose threat. That was somewhat remedied by the really creative way in which the threat was taken care of, but that didn't really alleviate the issue I had with the goofy look of it in the first place. Oh well. All things considered, I was still blown away by Doctor Strange. Marvel pulled it off to get another weird-ass character on the screen and give it a refreshing direction. From the way Doctor Strange is led into the world of wizardry, to the literal personification of items as buddies of the wizards, and finally to the way the villain was dealt with in a highly unusual yet perfect making sense kind of way. Well, as far as things can make sense when magic is involved of course, Doctor Strange was an amazing, awesome ride. Doc, my man, I give you 3.5 out of 5 stars. Hey, what's up guys? I hope you enjoyed the first movie review out of 3 which are coming up this week. As said before in the past, I'm gonna be experimenting a little bit more, doing more video stuff, see what's fun. And this was one of those experiments. Let me know what you thought, leave a like if you liked it, give me a subscribe if you're new here and you wanna see more, and I will see you next time. Paper Sharps out.